Coming to you live from Hell Entertainment Studios. Sinner Sundays. With your hosts, Diggz and aGrace.
Rise and shine, my sinners. When Father Evil starts his day, he gets a little deadly. Deadly Grounds coffee has the richest, smoothest flavor you'll find anywhere. It's sinfully delicious. Once you go deadly, you never go back. Order yours at getdeadly.com. Coffee's so good, it's scary.
Hey, here we are, another Sunday, episode 7, Sinner Sundays. Welcome back. I am Diggz.
I'm Ashley.
We are here for your sinning pleasures tonight.
Yeah.
Very kick-ass guest on tonight. We got Blaze, your dead homie from Magic Ninja Entertainment, coming on very shortly to kick it off and talk about everything going on in Blaze's world. But before we get going, I want to make a quick announcement that, remember, this weekend is Memorial Day weekend. So remember that, think about those that have passed, given their services, and allow us to keep doing what we do here at Sinner Sundays and in the entertainment world and just in the great state, the great place we live, America.
Yeah, all those things.
All those good things and quick shout outs real quick. We're going to go with the Dorkening podcast. Leo, thank you for keeping us afloat, keeping us on the screens.
Yes.
Deadly Grounds Coffee, as you saw their commercial, keeping us wired as we move along through our weeks. Mark over at Helltown Tees, keeping everybody clothed and looking fresh.
Good quality.
Good quality. Check him out. Mark at helltowntees.com. Great guy, great product. Make sure you check him out.
Check them out.
Ben and Jeff, Token with the Dead, comic book, zombies, smoking weed. What more could you want?
Right?
And comic book issues being filmed for
episodes.
Starring Jeff and Ben and Ashley.
That was weird.
Yeah, it was really weird.
I feel like it felt weird for you to say that.
It was, but
okay. Just making sure we're on the same page.
We just roll the punches here. Also, Sanctuary Tattoo Emporium, keeping us inked and looking fresh. So thank you, Jackson, everyone down there. We will see you guys shortly because I need some new ink. I'm itching for some new tattoos. It's been a while.
Yeah, you're slacking.
COVID kicked my ass.
I am not
This past 15 months of not going to get tattooed. But I'm going to go.
Okay.
You got a couple of shout outs you want to do?
Yeah, we got shout outs. We're going to not do music news this week as widely as we have before, but we do want to give shout outs. Temptress, our homies, just dropped a new song, Find My Way, 2 days ago.
Yep.
It's available. Check that out. Rad track. Scarecrow, congratulations. Just hit 60,000 listeners on Spotify to their album.
Congrats to the boys over there.
And with that, they dropped news that they're currently writing a new album to bring to us. So we're pretty fucking stoked about that.
I'm curious to see how they can outdo Not Dead Yet, because that was a banging album.
I know. I mean, it literally, and that's only Spotify. That doesn't even count for like iTunes because it's available everywhere.
All the streaming platforms.
Yeah, so that's exciting. And Sky Swamp Orange.
Yep.
They're also doing a new album, right? Or no,
they're hitting the road. They're going out to Kentucky for a festival out there. Novels is dropping a solo album. Their bassist.
Yes.
A solo song. My apologies. On the 4th of June, I believe it's coming out. So look out for Sky Swamp Orange and all their members over there kicking ass and doing what they do.
Yeah, kicking ass. Taking names, baby.
It's what we do here. It's what we do here at Hell Entertainment and Sinner Sundays. So Should we get to it?
Let's just get to
Let's
it.
get to it. Without further ado, folks, we're going to bring in our homie and your homie, Blaze, your dad homie. What up? We caught him in mid-smoke.
What up, though?
Appropriate.
What's
I
up,
had to
Blaze?
break out this old school.
Hello.
I'm on Sitter Sunday. I'm coming back. I'm bringing it back. The old school. This is the glass blunt. That's what they call this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
I know
excellent.
y'all know.
Oh, I know.
Oh, she knows.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's what's up. How y'all doing?
We're doing good.
Very
We're doing good. Things just opened up as of
Yeah.
yesterday here in Massachusetts. So
Oh yeah.
if you are vaccinated, you do not have to wear a mask now. Live music has now kicked back in.
Yeah.
How are
That's
things
what's
out
up.
there with you out there in Michigan?
We are, man. Look, I am actually in the great state of Ohio.
oh,
But I know in Michigan, it is pretty much kind of opening up on the 2nd of June. But Ohio, it just opened basically the same type of shit. They're like, you can open if you want to. We're opening June 1st, but you can open if you want to, any businesses. So it's up to the business, the private owned shit.
Mhm.
But yeah, everybody's pretty much getting to that spot, you know what I mean? Where you can, I went out today and I felt there was a sea of people. So it was like I was pick or choose where I wanted to wear a mask. So
Right.
I went out to eat and, I wasn't forced to be right on top of people. So I didn't wear the mask inside because I am vaccinated. And I was like, I don't have to wear it. But then I went to a Meijer and it seemed like it was like maybe the opening week of the said establishment. So I did wear my mask in there because people were like next to you everywhere and bumping into you and all around you. And
Yes,
hey,
it's
man,
feeling.
and breathing on you and coughing and spitting and, all the normal things that people used to do. They're back to doing. I mean, and I
Right.
welcome it. I think it's great and everybody should be able to do that. But yeah, you should also be able to wear your mask if you think you want to be more safe in situations like these. But yeah, it's
I
cool.
definitely agree.
Oh, I definitely agree. And for the people that are out there still doing masks, respect the people that are still wearing their masks because you don't know what's going on underneath.
Right.
They may not have
Exactly.
kids that are vaccinated
Yeah,
yet.
for sure.
So if people are wearing their mask, anyone listening, just show them respect. And you,
yeah.
you don't know what's going on. I still wear my mask. My kids aren't vaccinated yet, so to make them feel still not segregated,
Yeah.
I wear it in solidarity with them, and so does my wife. So, but
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel it. Like I see the same type of stuff out there, but yeah, I did enjoy not having to wear it in their establishment. It was cool. It was, it was normal, it was refreshing, but I did actually sit outside. So I don't know if I was, it was still
Fair.
it was cool.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how the first concert back, honestly, that we go to, how it's gonna be.
See, I can't wait, man. I'm like,
I can't wait.
I've been pushing for this. That's why I was one of the first people. As soon as they offered it in my bracket, when I was here, it was like they were like, oh, we're gonna, it's your age or whatever it is. They're like, we want you in, and so I went in there, signed up. I was like, I want to be out there and be able to do whatever I need to do so I can get back out there and do these things. Get back to actually doing shows, and more importantly, actually getting out of the state and out of the country, maybe, because I was really booked to go to Europe and everything just was like, boom, smash, boom, crash. And it was like, damn, Blaze ain't never going to go to Europe now. Like, man, they never going to, never be it was like, damn. That's what it felt like. It was,
right.
Wow.
Deflated.
Yeah, it's what it is, man. So
Yeah,
I'm hoping to come back. I'm hoping it comes
Yeah.
back, and it's like, everything's like, all right, let's do this shit. And as soon as they let me know, the first place I'm going is to Canada because it's right across the border. I'm like, oh fuck this, I'm going over there one way or another. God damn it. And that's my first plan. So as soon as they're like, hey man, we're allowing Americans back in there, it's like, oh shit, I'm there. I'm on the first train over there for a minute. I'm gonna go visit, and I'm coming back. I'm not gonna be gone forever, but I am gonna go over to Canada at least. Check it out.
Canada's beautiful.
Well, I heard you talking about kids. I have a little one myself, and that is like the only true place that I know where I can go to Toys R Us. I mean, you can go probably out into one of these ones in America, but they changed it. I know I was over there in Canada last time I visited one, and it was a straight up Toys R Us, but it was the Canadian Toys R Us, and it was like, it's cool. It was dope though. But my kid got to see it one time, like, man, that he actually can remember it now. Like, shit.
I know you can't. you can't grow up and not go to a Toys R Us.
Right?
You got to find a way to go. I mean, I'm a Toys R Us kid. You're a Toys R Us kid. We're all Toys
Come
R Us
on,
kids.
man. We are all raised by Jeffrey and this motherfucker. That big giraffe telling us what is cool and what's not cool. Like shit. Wow.
right.
Tell you.
Do you have you heard anything about planning a tour yet, or?
I have been working on some stuff. Actually, a couple of people have been, contacting me about getting back out there. And they actually hit us up about a show about me and Killer doing a couple shows like together, like a drive-by type dates. And we were talking about maybe, so it's like we're talking about some different things, just to get back, ease back into everything. And, I'm just kind of watching everybody and seeing, and trying to, move my chess piece into place and start moving and get back to work, for real.
I'd love to see you and Killer get back out here. I wasn't, when you guys came around and did drive by last time, I wasn't able to get out there to catch you guys there. I was actually supposed to shoot that show for you guys.
Oh shit.
And I
were
couldn't
we
get
in
out there.
Boston that last time? Yeah. We ended
up in Boston.
It was a very weird type aspect. It was cool though, but it was a different type of show because I think Jared was on the show, Jared Ben maybe or something.
Yep.
It was a very cool show. It was awesome, but yeah, it was just a different type of atmosphere because we weren't in Worcester. We were in Boston, and it was like, damn, this is wild because I know the last time I think I was in Boston before that was probably with like Cottonmouth Kings because I remember being outside on like a Cottonmouth King tour, and it was like outside of the actual where the stadium. Like when motherfucking Red Sox are playing, and I'm like, damn, we're like real close to where I wish the game was going on. And I could go there, I would have, but it wasn't happening at that time. But yeah, for real, because that's the type of shit I used to like to do when I'm out on the road. I try to check out stadiums and different things when they're happening. I mean, one of the famous, I remember me and ROC were out. We were out with Cottonmouth, and we were at I think it was in Anaheim. We were right at the Grove, and it was right on like the grounds of where the stadium is. That's where the actual venue was. So we got off because we were opening, and we hightailed it over, got some StubHub tickets, and we were in the stadium watching from the second inning on the rest of the game. It was dope.
That's what's
awesome.
Cool shit, man, for real.
So I want to One Less G in the Hood just hit 20 years. That shit's incredible. Congrats on that, man. Congrats.
It's gonna get older now. This is gonna get older.
Yeah. We'll be doing another 20 years talking with you when it hits 40.
Right.
But I mean, what kind of emotions were going through you when you realized that it was 20 years since One Less G in the Hood dropped?
I mean, everything to me feels like yesterday because it's like, you continue on. It's like you're on this when you're doing this, it's like everything else is brand new. You just keep pushing, keep working. So you're working something new. So at the time, I felt like I worked that album for a long time because, the next album didn't come out for a long time afterwards. So it's like, it's 20 years. That seems like yesterday because that's kind of what it feels like. You're working a record for a long, it's like, I think I did that a lot on a lot of the different records that I was doing. I'm working on this record for a few years, then I'm on to the next record for a few years, but that's exactly what it seemed like. And then, during all this time, I'm putting together new material and I'm testing that material out on the road. And then I'm adding that to the next record. It's kind of what had happened. It seemed like throughout that time. So yeah, it was like, damn, it was like, looking back, like, holy shit, it really is 20 years. Like, damn, that's wild as hell. So yeah, it's just it's kind of amazing in a sense.
That is amazing, absolutely.
I remember running to a record store when that record dropped and grabbing it, listening to it on we called it CD Release Tuesday because all the CDs used to come up on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
So me and all my Juggalo homies,
right?
we'd get together, listen to the albums. Anytime anyone popped out that was a Juggalo, we were hardcore, and that album came out and just so many hits off that album, and just gets the crowd going, gets you feeling like jumping around and good. So
that's what's up, man. Hell yeah. Thank y'all for real.
Congrats on that milestone.
No, thank you guys, man, for real. Like I said, when it first happened, like I said, when I was doing the EP, I just felt like I was going through a whole bunch of different shit throughout the time, to get to the next point of what I was doing at the record label. It seemed like, as psychopathic. So it was like when it started there, it was like I was doing different things. So when that record dropped, like I said, even for the skit, the skit and the stuff that was said on there was all true shit, like the ending skit, because I just that's me. They call me and they wake me up out of the blue and they're like, hey, the record's fucked up, and it's like, well, I guess I gotta re-record it then. It's like, that's just kind of what it is. Let's just turn the page and let's keep moving, and that's kind of what it is. So yeah, it was like I said, I remember, like, at the time putting it together, it felt to me, it's like everything it's a process, and it was like it took a longer process, I guess, maybe to put together the stuff, because I put everything together and then I rolled out, and it was like, hey, I left what I had here, and was like, I left it in the studio, and then I remember talking to Twisted, and I was like, hey man, you guys need to just check out some of this stuff for me and see where it sits from there. And they went in there. When I came back, it was a different mix. They completely mixed everything that I had and made it sound, 10 times better, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, I looked up to them as dudes, have been doing this stuff well before me. So that's exactly what it was, man. We've kind of been brothers ever since then. And it was before that time. So like I said, at that time when I left them, left the music with them to mix everything and to put together what they did on the record, it just ended up, like I said, I knew what it was going to come back was going to be, the shit. And it was, and that's what it came with. And I was like super hyped, man, for real.
Yeah, it must have been an amazing experience for you.
Absolutely.
Man, come on, it's dope. It's like I said, I was with these dudes for like a lot of their stuff. So it's like, sitting back and learning. And like I said, because I was real green when I came to the label, even for the EP, and I was working at the label when the EP was popping. So, you know what I mean? As soon as that popped off and I actually put that together and dropped it, that was like the last date where they were like, hey man, we don't really need you to work anymore on anything. So it was, what I'm saying? So it was wild. It was probably, maybe 2 weeks before that time, before the gathering, or a week before that gathering, where they were like, yeah, okay, we don't need you working here no more. Or, you know what I mean? And it wasn't on great terms at the time, but still I'm coming out with a record and an EP. So it's like, and I'm obligated to do all this. So we had, what I'm saying? It was just a whole different style scenario for me, and, just in the come up. So it was like, I had it, but in the same aspect, I had a great time putting everything together, and I'm just glad and grateful for everybody that was there for me and everybody that was helping me out at the time, man, and helped me put this shit together.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Twisted, so East Side Ninjas, you guys have been busy. You guys got an album coming out. Right?
You know it. Yeah, for sure.
Exciting. Tell us a little bit about that.
It's like taking it back to the old school, but it's like but it's not. It's like it's that new shit. That's why. So it's it's hard to explain, but it's like it's time warping, because it's the same cats that you remember, but it's just that updated brand new shit. And I think everybody's gonna enjoy it, man. I really dig it. I dig the record. I think it's the shit, and everybody comes correct, for real. It's dope.
No, absolutely. I love the track and the video you guys dropped off of that one is like a little teaser for the album and all that. So it's good to see you. I love seeing you back with Killa, and then with Jamie and Paul and all that. It's great. I'm excited for the album, which
we've always been cool, man, for real. Like, that's what's up, though, for real.
Absolutely. Yeah. And the album's now out for pre-order. It comes out on the 4th. Go over to mnestore.com and pre-order your copy of that.
Oh yeah. It seems like you guys just have a good time, like the whole time.
Yeah, I'm saying, for real. That's the thing. It's like, man, me and Killa have always been like, we've always been cool. We continue doing music throughout all this shit. So, we do drive-by stuff, and we do different records together, and we find ways to do it. And that's just, we still do music together. And it was just cool to get a project with all four of us together again. And, it happened, and it's the shit. And I like I said, I think everybody's going to like it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
If you don't like it, something wrong with your goddamn.
Which is facts. So we go one less G in the hood. We go 20 years later. We're Cadaver comes out 2020 on
Yes.
October 30th. Blaze, I got to tell you that from all your albums in between, in my opinion, that's probably some of the best work that I've heard from you on that. Cadaver is straight up every track on there you don't want to skip.
Exactly.
They're all
Yeah.
just
That's
incredible.
what's up,
So,
man.
so
Thank
congrats,
y'all for real. Thank you.
congrats
man,
on
for-
Cadaver. Congrats on the 400K views on I'm a
Yeah.
G. That
Man.
shit just hit
Exciting.
400K. That's exciting.
No, for real. I gotta thank. I'm thanking everybody for watching it and pushing it for me and doing that, man. For real, because of this shit. And it's I said I said we put a lot of work into it. It's just you put a lot of work into shit, and it's cool to see shit come back for it. And you know what I mean, people to actually to enjoy what you're doing. And I had some other stuff that I was working on for this record. Like I was still working on another video during the midst of the pandemic for Summer Breeze, and just a lot of the stuff didn't pan out the way I really wanted it to. So it's not at the time, it's not like I'm not putting it up yet. I'm gonna wait on it and we'll see if it's still, I don't know, we'll see if it comes to fruition, but I'm still working on some things for this because like I said, I just haven't stopped because I just love it. There's a lot of songs on there that I think deserve some visuals and shit on it. So yeah, it's kind of what it is. Like I had some ideas for a lot of different tracks, especially for Watery Grave. I had some good shit and had some good ideas for there's a couple tracks on there that I'm still, wheels are turning up there. Like
Absolutely.
I need some time and some cameras and some people to run these motherfuckers around here. Like, damn, I told you I'm in the boondocks out in this. I mean, my homie is boondocks, but I am in the actual area of what is considered that kind of, you know what I mean? Like in the middle of nowhere. So yeah.
Yes, sir.
Right.
So I thought it was kind of you posted a video on your Facebook. You went to go to Best Buy to pick up a copy of your CD Cadaver. And I watched that, and similar thing happened to me going to pick up another CD and realizing Best Buy doesn't sell CDs anymore.
No, they don't. I mean, I was out of the loop. That's how far out of the loop I was. I didn't know this. Like, I was like, damn, man, that's crazy. It's crazy shit.
So you end up finding a hard copy of your album? A different store?
I did. You know where I had to find it? Interestingly enough,
Where's that?
Target.
Twisted Shop.
Like Target.
Yeah, no, for real. Like that's where I found it for real. I had to go up there and grab a couple. I grabbed a couple copies. I'm like, man, send me a few. And I actually even got I think I got one of the cassettes and some of the stuff like that. I tried to grab me a few things like that because it was cool. It was just cool to have different options and different shit like that. I don't even know if you got a cassette player anymore. Do you got one? Do you got a Walkman or some shit? You can plug it in and just walk around with, or you just keep that? Because I just keep mine for like display type shit.
I just
like
keep
hard
that.
copies.
I like hard copies, but But cassettes, they got to stay on the shelf and be there for the memorabilia purpose of it.
Right. They get a little dust, and you got to clean them off every now and again. Like, man, dust that off. Yeah, you got to put that up on the shelf. Like, fuck that. I don't bust that open. But yeah, I like hard copies as well. But I also, fuck with the stuff that's on there because, anytime I want to, you plug your phone in, it can play your stuff. So it's like I have Apple Music now. I fuck with Spotify now. So, it's like I fuck with a couple of different ones. I used to fuck with Pandora way back on the other shop phone. But yeah, now I'm on Apple. So I got like Apple Music and all this different shit. But yeah, it's cool.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. And you go out and you buy a lot of your friends' albums. So like, do you have a wall of CDs basically? I
have different ones. Like I have a case of stuff that I put away that is probably, a big dumbass tub full. And then I have another, I'm trying to think about it because I have stuff on the wall back behind me too that I put, stuff that's sitting away or just stuff that I put up now. Like I'm looking at this over here. Just weird shit. This is a test pressing. So it's like a test pressing for some stuff. One of my records probably. Or, they gave me a couple of them. So they're like, hey, check them out. And, I don't even know if I have an actual, if I have an actual, I know I have one somewhere around here, like a record player, but I keep this shit sitting around and a couple of different things like that. But yeah, I've accumulated a lot of things. even things that people have given me too, that I'll keep that stuff too. And it just all just, accumulates somewhere. And it's,
I think it's good to have, because eventually the internet will go down and then you still have your music.
somebody's old
there we
school
go.
artwork.
Look at that. Old school artwork.
That's kind of cool, right?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
And keep this stuff, man. It's like dope. They got some cool ass shit. I'm trying to find. I gotta find a frame for it. That's why I pull this side. It's like it's out, ready for me to find a frame for this shit. I try to I try to keep stuff, man. I keep people's original artwork. I have other things. I got somebody created some of the coolest shit. Is somebody created the let me see if I can grab them. Hold up, don't drop. Got you.
Don't go breaking nothing.
Right.
Oh, I'm gonna put you up on full screen for that one.
That's dope right there, right?
Damn.
It's like ROC.
That's the Zodiac imprint stuff right there.
Like straight up. Just some Zodiac shit. Like bang. Ready for you. Like, yeah, man.
That's fresh as hell.
Coolest shit, man. Yeah, it's just cool shit for real. I keep everything, try to set it up. And, have me some shelves. I'm still in the midst of putting things together though, down in my areas and shit. So yeah, I would actually tilt it, but it's not fully set up over there. Yeah, you're in the midst of construction. It's like, hell yeah, I am.
Right?
Always.
Oh, I was gonna say, it never ends. Always collecting new stuff. We do it too.
Tell me about it. I got my Funko Pops all over my place, and
yeah, he loves his Funko Pops.
Oh,
that's what's up.
So with Cadaver Blaze, with COVID, and were you recording a lot at home, or were you able to get to the office to do recordings? How did that work for you?
I recorded a little bit before everything started, in the midst of it, right? And then it started happening, and they were breaking different restrictions. They were like, oh, you can go do this or that, but you got to wear masks. So, I think it was probably like maybe 2 weeks that I had to sit back here before they were like, yeah, we're safe to people to drive and not, I can go interstate, because I was going, like I said, I was rolling back and forth from Ohio to Michigan. So I was, I was making sure I was getting through whatever that was. And then, yeah, it was like probably 2 weeks where and then I was back in studio doing things, and it was just me. It could have been just me and Fritz, or me, Fritz, and Madrox, or, it was a couple of us in there, and we were just, just knocking that shit out.
Oh yeah.
Excellent.
But yeah, I was trying to like I said, I was trying to make sure I had everything corrected before I went back up there. So I still do this. I'm writing at home. I'm writing to things. I'm writing to whatever I have available to write to, and then I'm taking it with me. And then a lot of the times it's beats that are given to me from Fritz or somebody else, and then these beats are the ones that are on the album, or what I mean. So I know I took a lot of godsend stuff on the last record, so I was just taking beats from whoever was sliding in my way, and he's got some great shit too. And it was cool. I used some Young Wick and shit. So anybody, man, I was trying, like I said, I like to try to change the stuff each time and come with some different things. And I think one of the constants is I do continue to have Fritz on different tracks throughout my, career of stuff. And, because I there's some beats that just speak to me when I hear them.
Yeah, that's great. I love that. Yeah, so you've definitely been staying busy through the pandemic. Wondering if you maybe have a new album on the horizon for.
I'm working on some different things. Like, I am 100% working on some different things. I got some Graveyard Greats that I've been trying to put together, part 2. And I have most of the music is already there. I just have last few finishing touches to put to these last couple of tracks, and then that record will be ready to go and service out to everybody. And then I'm also started to write and put some things together with ROC. So we're like doing some more Zodiac. That's why I think I pulled them up, let y'all know, because I've been doing some Zodiac imprint as well, getting inspired. And just getting back into that too, because it's been a while. And we did start doing tracks a long while ago, and we just set them aside because other things were going on. Like, I was working on my record, he's working on his record. We just started working on different things, and then and then I also started putting together some tracks with the dudes from Oda Horror and yeah, putting together some different type of things with them, which is complete different shit from stuff from me. So yeah, it's like I'm interested to hear everything that comes about from that too, because like I said, I've done some tracks with them, and I'm trying to wrap these things up too and put that together. We're hoping somewhere for, like, I know they were talking about September or maybe a little bit around that area to try to drop something down during that era, or area. So yeah, putting some finishing touches in on that as well. So yeah, it's like, just trying to stay busy, man. Like, keep doing music. And then that's what I'm saying. Then the next step for me is actually putting together a record. But I do want to tour off of Cadaver, because I didn't get a chance to actually tour one time off this record. So it's like, I don't want to just put it to rest and be like, you're done, go to sleep, bitch. It's like, nah, it's not really done, because it never even got a chance to even do anything. I really, I did maybe 2 songs, and I was on a live stream event. So I really was trying to, I was trying to service people a little bit of what was there, but I want them to see more of what is there. You know what I'm saying? So kind of what it's at. That's what it's looking like.
Right. How do you like doing live streams? Is it strange because you don't have your crowd?
It's very strange. It is super strange. Super strange. Yeah, because you're used to people like that. You feed off the energy of the crowd. Like, you're sitting there in the live stream thing you're doing. You're like, man, you try to picture people out there, but really it's not the same. It's not the same. Because I mean, sometimes when you're there and it's actually going down, that's what I said. You just feed off. You hear people getting hyped. You hear people saying the words. They're saying things. They're with you. They're singing the other parts of, I try to feel the sunshine. It's just not me just doing like cracking voice, sounding weird. It's like that. That's just that's me as person. That's what I hear. I'm like, damn it. But yeah, I'm with y'all. I'm like, this is the fucking shit. Like, hell yeah, I can just shut up. Y'all can do that shit. And I'm like,
exactly right.
There's nothing better. There's no better feeling than being in the crowd and being able to do that and watch you
as a fan,
and then watch you get that much more energy to keep going and going.
Oh, I'm telling you, man. So it's like, sometimes I remember, like, when I first started with everybody, I told you I was so green. I'd come out there and I'd be like, I'm out there blowing myself out within like the first 3 songs. Like, damn, he's out there just everywhere. Just, holy shit, he's going to piece, because it's just so crazy. But it's like, you learn to try to pace yourself a little bit, but you also need that. You need that energy, people to keep getting. You're like, you're live, and you're like, hell yeah, okay. All right, let's do this one. Next one got some jumping in it. Let's get back up and jumping again. Like, shit, all right.
I mean, you play Juggalo Anthem, you're jumping around, and you're going to lose your breath in that first 30 seconds.
Right?
Oh, I'm telling you, yeah. It's like, these are songs that are just, these are the ones you're just back. That's why, I try to keep them healthy, a dose of, staying a little bit with a little bit of old school and bringing everybody back to it, because I know there's some fun. And we had a lot of fun times even then. And it's like I said, I have fun still to these days. So, you can still look at it, and you still listen to it, and you'll still see it, and you'll still see me on the stage, just rocking it and doing the damn thing. So,
well, I gotta say, I was able to catch the Attack of the Ninjas live stream.
Yes.
And then from seeing you live out here in Worcester many times, and then watching you perform at the live stream, your energy level was the same. It was like you were playing in front of the crowd, but without the crowd. So to get your mental preparation to do that, to hold that intensity still with just cameras in your face, that's awesome. Like, that's something that
not been easy.
That's not a lot of artists can't do that. So, that shit was dope.
Guys. Man, I'm telling you, I try to, like I said, I know the cameras around most of the time, so I try to stay on. I mean, that's me though. Anyway, it's just me. So, like I said, I just try to be me and just keep it going. And it was different too. When you're doing it by yourself, is a different, scenario than going out there with a hype man or somebody else and doing it too. So it's some wild shit. So I felt like even during that, like, sometimes that's what I feel like when I'm out there without the hype man. It's like, man, am I really doing this shit? It's like, I need to be, because I like that extra breath. You know what I mean? we get to like doing some different things together, it seems like. And yeah, so I just try to keep everything rolling. Like I said, the best that I know how, and keep doing the damn thing. And like I said, hopes everybody keep coming back, because that's what it is, man. It's like, like I said, I feed off y'all, so I can't wait to get back in front of y'all.
Absolutely.
Can't wait to be there, honestly.
So with your recording, with the writing process, where are you getting all your inspiration from with the new ideas? Where's all that fuel coming from to get that creativity?
It's the same as it ever was, in my opinion. It's like, it's what's happening in the world. Some of that stuff is what some of the family shit that's happening around me now, within this last record. And then some of it was, what I just entertainment in general, what I see and what people are doing and what other, what's happening, around. And yeah, it's kind of what it ends up being. So it's each song, like some of the stuff I get inspired from old school shit. Like even Dexter inspired some of the shit in Watery Grave, it felt like. So it was like when I was writing this song, that's what it was. I was listening to this beat, and that's what I was thinking about. And I'm like, holy shit, what would he be doing right now? And but I'm a dead body. What would I be doing if I was him? Like, fuck it, that's kind of, So yeah, I put myself in that shoes, and that's what it was. So yeah, I get it from all types of different things, man. And like I said, in this last record, it was different because I took a little bit more from like true life shit, like growing up and being like in a lot of stuff that was organized religion shit, so it was like I would take some of that and was like, oh man, what I now what I seen then is what I'm describing now. You know what I mean? Like, even, God don't like ugly or something like that, because it's so much kind of what it seemed like throughout my whole history of church. It's like you're looking down and doing all types of crazy shit on every other day, but you can go back to church and just be forgiven because you go to church on Sunday. So it don't really matter. And it just kind of, that's kind of what I seen. And yeah, it's weird shit.
Right? Shit, I like that.
Wow.
Yeah, you must.
I mean, it's like not all people are bad, not all religion is bad, and not all of it is bad. It's just, some of the shit people take to extremes, and some people that are the most, extreme sometimes become the most hypocrite about it, doing the most crazy shit on their off days, doing some wild shit. And just in there, ultra on the Sundays doing some wild shit. So yeah, it was weird. And, it brings me back to some of the stuff we were doing during Dark Lotus. You know what I mean? Like some of the shit I was writing during that, because some of that's the same type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's wild. It's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. You must have like, I don't know, tons of notebooks, just because you have, 4 projects along with your solo going. Like, you just constantly running.
Like,
right?
I've just, like I said, I write on a note, and I'm now on like Notepad or one of those things. And I'm just, for real. And one of the ones when we were doing, I just was, they're like, hey, nowadays they're like, send their lyrics. So everybody has lyrics now. So you need your lyrics for the whatever it is, you know what I mean? Whatever digital, or somebody wants them now, because back in the day, it's like, who gives a shit? Here you go. And it led to weird stuff because people think there's weird things being said in weird verses. But anyway, nowadays they're like everything. And I was like one of the last people to get my lyrics sent over for the ESM project. And I was doing this stuff, and I was going to, copy it. And I had it all highlighted, and I pushed copy, and nope, it pushed cut. So I could be like, hey man, I need to listen to the song again. Rewrite, type everything back out that I had spit in this vocals. And I went back through everything and redid it. Yeah, it was crazy. So sometimes it bites you in the ass too. But yeah, I have it's weird because I have, from all the old school shit, I just have like here, I'll show you what it looks kind of like. These are what these things look like. Let me see what this says right here. This says, all right, hold up. This says contest winners and one less G. All right, see, contest winners has some weird shit in there. There's somebody's drawing some stuff. There's some names and there's different drawings. They're from One Less G era shit.
All right. Hell
Like,
yeah.
and some of them aren't, just people that drew different things, during the time. I don't know if y'all can see all this. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Just some different people's shit, some cool shit.
Love that.
We're getting a real inside look here in Blaze's files.
Right?
I'm telling you, yeah. It's like this is one of them. Just some cool ass shit. People, all types of fucking stuff. There it is. Cindy. She won one of them things. I remember because we had a T-shirt with her stuff on there. It was dope. Okay, so yeah, I keep files like that, and then I had some of the stuff in here for some of the shit for this. Yeah, there's other files for like my One Less G file. I'd have like 4 or 5 files for all my shit that I ever wrote is in one of these type of cabinets, and I would just keep my stuff and just hold it aside, except for the One Less G stuff that I pulled out of there for the last contest for the 20-year anniversary shit. So yeah,
That was very cool. I love that.
Try to keep them.
Getting all that stuff in too. Like you have going through that, and that's like a really cool feeling for you.
Well, I got unused weird stuff too in there, and it's like I don't really go through all that old school stuff, but I remember like people, I remember stories and other people coming through and doing, just having notebooks or having a briefcase with notebooks or just a bunch of shit, as everybody does what they do. And some people come in or just off the top of the dome and they just been spitting it at home all day and now they're ready and just gonna go in there and do it. It's like, everybody does it their way. But it's like, I started out with just notebooks like that, like writing with usually with Madrox. And first it was with Scraps, me and Scraps. That's how I started out with him, writing with him. And then it turned into me and Madrox and Monoxide, and then ROC was with, and it was just me and Madrox, and it was just me, and then it was just it's always been, that's basically what it is.
Oh yeah,
that's cool.
Right?
So,
very cool.
That's real cool.
You're sitting there and everything. So there's a lot of times where where Madrox is writing stuff for Twisted, and I'm writing a verse of my own that didn't get it on there, or I'm doing my own stuff that has nothing to do with that, writing a verse because he's just writing to verses out there or beats are playing. So I'm writing my own shit at that time. So yeah, it was just a lot of times like that. It was, we were always fucking, because I said I was with them a lot of the times in the studio from almost their beginning stuff, like after their first record, probably after Most Tasteless, I was probably in there for like every record after that.
So cool. That's awesome.
Wow. And I was in there for a few of the first songs because a few of them songs they took from, the ISI days. So it was a shit.
That's great. Okay. So again, staying busy. You have a music video dropping in 2 days.
Yes.
Right? Yes. In 2 days, definitely.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
The new, what's that?
The new music video.
The new music video, is it for the AXE?
Yes.
Al Azul? Yes. Another one we kind of did during the pandemic.
All right.
We were working on it, and when they told me about it, because we went out on a tour together, and right before all this shit started popping off, we were out there, and it was fun. We had a great time. We were talking about it. They told me about the track they wanted to do, and they sent it in the midst of the tour, and I remember kicking it and spitting it, and then it was like, hey, let's do a video. And I'm like, all right, let's do this shit. So yeah, they kicked me the idea, and yeah, I can't wait to see it, man, because I've only seen parts of what I was doing in the video.
Right,
so I'm like, damn it, I want to see this motherfucker.
Right.
Oh, I'm like, god damn it, the song is the shit. And yeah, motherfucking man, all 3 of these dudes is my homies, and yeah, we had a great time out there. Motherfucking me and Joey Black have the same exact birthday. How fucking crazy is that shit? How crazy is that shit? That's some wild shit right there. Right?
I can't wait to see that video when it drops. That shit's gonna be hot.
Yeah, it's dope. I think it's gonna be dope, for real. I know it's gonna be dope because they do some dope shit. Their last video is fucking serious. That's sickness, for real. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's great. You got through the pandemic too. Like, that's
Gotta
cool.
keep
Well,
busy.
this one's a little different because we didn't get to hang out right next
Yeah,
to
that's
each other.
gonna
I wish I would have been, closer to fucking where they were at shooting, so we could have actually did this in the same fucking spot. But yeah, we did it different, and like I said, I seen my spot and what I did for it, and I think it's gonna be cool. And I think, like I said, I've seen parts, bits and pieces of what they have been putting out and releasing, and it looks dope. So I know, like I said, I have all faith that it's gonna be the shit, and I think y'all are gonna like it because I know I'm gonna like it. And it's gonna be dope. So you better fucking
I
check
know,
it out.
I know, I know. I'm
looking
gonna
at
like it.
just like you the first time in 2 motherfucking days, motherfucker.
Exactly.
So speaking of staying busy through the pandemic, you guys, you and Jamie and Big Vin started the GDAM podcast.
Yeah.
Then you also had the Dead Man Talking podcast at one point.
Mhm.
Any thoughts of bringing the Dead Man Talking podcast back?
I mean, at the time, like I said, what we were doing was we started doing the 2 different ones, and we realized that it was getting like, it was almost like we're doing one show because it was just bleeding over anyway. So we just kind of realized it'd probably be smarter just to do one show. So we condensed them into one show, and then I started doing my own thing on Mondays to try to do some different things. And then now I have been thinking about doing some different things, and I don't know if it's going to be exactly like the Dead Man Talking podcast, but I'm thinking about doing some other things and maybe bringing some things to different days of the week, not necessarily Sunday, because I know you guys got Sunday on lock on this morning.
We might.
Because you also have the Brews and BS with Blaze.
Yes.
Oh,
That's the
yeah,
new one you got
sure.
going on. Just a little shoot the shit
just-
kind of segment.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing, man. Just trying to shoot the shit. Sometimes telling old stories. Just talking to people, man, because that's kind of what it is. It's like, this is the time I actually get to see people's comments, and I will, if I see the comments come through, I can read them and I can, shoot the shit with people and talk to them. And it's cool because, like I said, I do get in there into Facebook, and I try to go in there and I try to comment or like things or do on different days, whatever. I'm trying to get in there and actually see what people are writing because I like to read what people are writing. So if you don't believe I'm actually reading them, I'm mostly like reading them all the time, even if I'm not always commenting back. It's like, 'cause I'm always, that's why I'm asking these questions. Like I just started talking some shit about the Joker too yesterday.
Yeah.
And,
Bring that up.
just want to see what people are talking about it because it's like, I want to know.
I'm surprised there's gonna be a second one.
I got some
Why?
weird,
It
right?
needs to be. I don't feel
What's
like
that?
I don't feel like there needs to be another one.
Yeah,
I think it was
me
great.
neither. I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm kind of like, what are they gonna do? They're gonna, that's what I said. Are they gonna add like villains? And if they did,
Right.
maybe they will. You know what I mean? That makes sense to me. But what are they gonna do with that? Because they already made him kind of weird and unruly. And I don't, he's gonna dance again. Is that what's gonna happen?
All right. That'll be interesting. I thought. It was
I mean,
good.
hopefully he eats a little bit. Maybe the Joker starts eating part. Some shit,
Oh,
right? Fuck it.
Absolutely. So
I mean, it's wild. They said the guy said he wasn't gonna come back unless he had a real good idea or whatever, or the story or whatever he was doing had some sort of merit or whatever the fuck he was talking about. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. I don't know. I want to see what the fuck he's talking about first. But yeah, I wasn't. I watched the movie and I'm still just processing. Like I don't understand. If it's not in the one universe, then it's just a movie. It's like with a guy wearing some clown paint, right?
honestly, it was still a good movie, but
It wasn't bad. It's not.
I
not horrible, but it's just
Yeah.
weird. It's like it doesn't make it be part of the the
Right,
said
exactly.
Batman genre, even if he can't.
Right.
Like I said, because that's what I'm talking about. Like they said, word has it they can't use Batman. So if you can't use Batman, what's the real deal? What does it really matter then? Like shit.
This is true. This
I
is
know.
true.
Really
What are they gonna, are they gonna give him a Batgirl or something? And it's like, if so, how long has he been fucking Joker? Like, geez, what the fuck? Damn. It's
Definitely
weird.
excited to see which way it's going, but I agree, it's kind of weird. It's like
Stop. Right. It's like it's good enough. They could have just left it as a standalone, and just walked away from it.
I feel like they just can't leave anything alone these days.
No, they got to do stuff, and it's just,
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah?
They
Are
just-
you more of a Marvel guy, or are you more of a DC guy?
I like them both. I mean, I was like, I 100% love Marvel, and there's a lot of care. I mean, I have both stuff on my shelf back there. I mess with both, I think. But yeah, I mean, lately I like the movies. I liked all of the stuff from Marvel. So it's, you know, it's like they seem to have a better grasp of what it takes to make these movies. But when I started watching, you know what I mean? It's like when I started like understanding what, you know, the so-called vision of Zack Snyder, his vision or whatever, what he wanted to do with the stuff, I wasn't hating on that. I started understanding it more, and it made more sense. And it's like, okay, this isn't bad, because it's totally, he's not totally biting anything that has to do with Marvel, and you don't want it to be Marvel. You want it to be DC. And in DC, it made it a little more gritty, which should be. Maybe because, you know, it's a little more dark. Sometimes Gotham looks dark and dingy and fucked up, you know, and that's kind of what it should be. And not every one of the Marvel movies has that. Does any of them? I don't know. Maybe that, you know. So it's
pretty like PG,
except for Deadpool.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, Deadpool 100% is not, but there's not. That's not a character. They're not the same style. I mean, no. You know, he is a merc with a mouth. He's exactly what they call him. You know what I mean? So you're looking for a bunch of, you know, you're gonna laugh at some of the jokes of him, and that's what you did, and it was great. And it's also a great way to make a movie and a cool take on a movie. But you know, there's also room for some of that stuff. And it's like, I understand that the guy that played Superman now said he doesn't want to be such a dark Superman, but in the same sense, it's like nobody's ever told a story like that, where Superman kind of came and then, you know, Batman is kind of just leery about him first and doesn't know if maybe he's going to fucking go crazy and kill everybody. You know, who knows? Like, shit, it's kind of weird. So, okay. You know, you start looking at it from that perspective. You're like, okay, maybe Batman might want to put him down. And then, you know, and then I said, it's just the way they did the shit with that Martha thing, where people didn't understand that either. It was like a way to humanize Superman, I guess, is what they were saying. You know what I mean? Like, you know, at the time, Batman doesn't see Superman as a human. He sees him as a fucking alien that's going to kill everybody. So he's like, oh shit. He's like, you got to say Martha. And he's like, why'd you say that name? He's like, because that's his mom. Oh shit. He's got a human mom named Martha. Wow, that's weird. So do I. So it's like, oh, okay. So wait, I should probably not kill him. You know what I mean? It's like, it makes sense when you talk it out, but when you don't and you see it, you're like, that's fucking stupid. You know what I mean? So but if you have to be spelled out, then it's probably not telling you a good enough story. That's kind of where he failed in that part, in that moment. So yeah, but it's weird. It's like, that's the type of stuff though. And then you watch this, and I think I like the way they did his new Justice League one. Was way better than what was offered to me, in my opinion. I really hated that. And like, even if it was hours and maybe a couple of songs that they probably didn't need to sing in there, it was still a little better than what I watched with, you know, the original offering. That's all. Weird. Yeah. That's my opinion.
So with the comic theme, if you will, your two newest videos, Saturday Afternoon and Blaze You're Nasty, kind of a comic book visual to them.
Yeah.
So is that something you wanted to do, just to give a different visual to us, the viewers, or what was the thought process?
It was a little bit. It was trying to take them back, but also bring it, you know, that different style, you know, something a little bit different. Yeah, it's exactly what it is. Yeah, just trying to change some of the things. It's like, first and foremost, I haven't had a whole bunch of visuals, you know what I mean? Because it's like, when I first started, I didn't have a actual video, I don't think, until it was the one me and ROC in the jail cells. And shit. Like, for real. It's like, that's so it was a long time. And we actually started filming one of them videos before that. And it was like shut down in the midst of it. They were like, wait, that video's too old. Why are you guys going back and doing this video? I think it was Blaze Up. And they were like, why are you doing Blaze Up right now? It's stupid. And I'm like, yeah, but this is the cool video. What the fuck, man? So, yeah, it was wild. But so they were like, don't do that right now. You should do something new. So we kind of just switched and went straight to that video and started, okay, you want something new? Here it is. And we did that video instead. And that was my first actual visual. So it was like, yeah, it was nothing, but everything is a, step up when you're going from like, this is your first one, which is on a project like 3 deep into your fucking career, your third album and shit. So yeah, it's wild shit.
Are you very hands-on with your when it comes to music videos?
I mean, I'm trying to get more into it because, like I said, I've watched a few of these where I'm like, I don't really, you know what I mean? A few of these, on everything that comes out, I'm always watching everything that's coming out. But I've been trying to get more into, the things what we're putting into the storyline of the video or something different to try to change what's there. And that's why it was for the latest one that, Summer Breeze video. It's like, there was some of the stuff that was pitched to me that I wasn't, 100% about at the time. And I wanted them to see what it looked like. And I'm still not sold on what is there yet. So it's like, I'm not going to service anything to anybody that doesn't look what I think is, the shit or, the stamp of approval of me, So yeah, 100%. I wouldn't service you guys any bullshit. For real, I never have, and I never will. I just that's not something that was not something that Blaze Your Dead homie ever had done. Not something Blaze Your Dead homie ever will do.
Not how you
for real.
No, absolutely. So you mentioned a little bit about you got a little bit going on with Zodiac with ROC. Yeah. Anything in the works with Triple Threat and coming out with a new album there?
Oh man, I mean, I think we've been working so much on the other stuff we've been doing for like ESN and different things that we kind of like put it aside. We've been working on other things, our own projects. Twisted has so much new music, man. They've been killing it. Like they've been rocking it. A lot of music, man. A lot of different things too. A lot of different styles, man. Just awesome too, which I love. And they're killing it. So it's like like I said, I'm trying to get back in the studio. The next thing I'm gonna work on is some new shit. I was thinking about doing some group shit. But like I said, every time I think about doing new group shit, I'm like, I have groups that are here that I can put love into and start working. And it's what it is. It's like I have Zodiac here that me and ROC have been sitting on some of the stuff and some of the things that we need to put together that we haven't. That's brand new. So it's like, yeah. So it's like I'm touching base with him and getting back into that. And that's, like I said, the next logical step for me is to work on like another full length record, I think. But like I said, I'd like to work, go out and work on the road, man, and start touring this Cadaver record a little bit before I actually jump right into it. But I'm saying I'm never out of the studio not making music. It's like you always are making something. So it's like if I'm not doing features and doing new music on features, because that's what I've been steady doing features, which keeps me in the studio working on just anything. Like I'm up there just, I got some ideas and I've been writing this at home. I'm finna put this down. And that's what happens, man. It's like, it's wild. It's a cool process and it's wild. It's crazy, but I have a lot of fun and that's what I do.
That's what matters.
Absolutely. I can't wait for the long overdue Cadaver the tour to see you out here, out in Worcester, get you out here live. We'll be there for sure. Before we let you go, because we got one last question for you, kind of a fun one that we like to ask all our guests, kind of throw them for a little brain teaser. If you could have dinner with any artist, dead or alive, who would it be?
Dinner with any artist, dead or alive. Oh man.
Yeah, we'll have to throw them brain teasers out at the end.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty tough. I mean, how far back do you go? Do you go back way far?
Right.
Do you stay in the, do you, where do you go with this? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and if you're having dinner with this person, what kind of dinner are they going to eat? They're going to have some more bullshit. Maybe you're not going to like the dinner that they're going to be serving. They're going to want some bullshit.
Right? I don't know.
You know?
You're a guest. I don't know. We've never gotten this far.
So you got to think about this. You're like, maybe there's some that you're not interested in. Maybe you're, I don't know. Maybe they're eating all type. They only eat fish and they want to go to some fish restaurant and you hate fish. I don't know.
Oh, man.
Right.
Well, he's just throwing all the curveballs.
I know now he's brain teasing us with our own question.
I'm just tossing it out there. But I I think, man, I think probably would be a good person probably to go out and maybe have dinner with. And I've never said this before, but it might be a good one. Probably Jam Master Jay. Master Jay, just because he's, he just did it, man. He's been a lot of places and he was always on it, man. He was a great, from what I've seen and what I've heard about him in the business, he's always been a great stand-up dude. And I think, I don't think he would just eat fish. So yeah, I would say Jam Master Jay. That's who I would say, for real.
Sounds good. Blaze, thank you for spending Sunday night with us, coming on, shooting the shit, letting us know what's going on in Blaze's world. Right now, everyone can go check out Cadaver. It's available now, all streaming platforms. Go get physical copies. Go get that Cadaver merch on mnestore.com. We look forward to seeing you live and in person very soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
And, when you come out this way, because I know you're a toy guy. We talked about it earlier. There's a new toy store out in New Bedford called Kojo's Toy World out in New Bedford, Mass.
Okay.
They all old school vintage toys from G.I. Joes to He-Man, WWF. We were just there this past weekend. I highly suggest you go check that store out because you're going to be blown away.
Hell yeah. I'm telling you, right now, the one that sets it off for me is whenever you have to set up that big dumbass USS flag. Is that what it is? The big dumbass fucking aircraft carrier. The G.I. Joe one. If you can set that up somewhere in your fucking store, then you are amazing. And Kokomo has one of those toys, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the only place I've seen it like that. But I know people can do it, and they have it in their store, and that's one of the crazy, coolest things. And you just said G.I. Joe, and that made me think of that. But yeah, that's the shit. And they got a new movie coming out too. Fucking Snake Eyes, G.I. Joe.
Oh,
that's gonna be dope.
I can't wait for that.
Me neither. That's all my old school shit. I'm just wanting them to do it right. You know what I mean? Do some right by it. I actually went back and watched some of the movie, like the old one. I think the first one, and it wasn't as horrible as I remembered it. It was okay. But there's still, it's just I think it's part of the stuff. Like, they're not using the characters that you want them to use.
Right.
And then they're not actually putting Cobra the way you want them to be. You know what I mean? It's like Cobra is not always operating underneath masks and stuff. It's like, come on, man. Like, this dude, make him look like Cobra Commander is supposed to look like. And then these guys wearing blue like they're supposed to be or whatever, and just crazy, and a bunch of them soldiers all over the place. And now they take over, and it's like, damn. You make them what they are, you know what I mean? Everything doesn't have to be real life situations. So, but in a sense, they didn't. I went back and watched a movie, I was like, I guess they didn't, because we added this exo suit. Okay, but G.I. Joe had different things. They had weapons too. They had their own versions, motherfucker. Like,
I can't wait for Snake Eyes to come out.
Fuck yeah.
Again, Blaze, thank you for hopping on tonight, man. We appreciate you. We look forward to seeing you.
Much love, y'all.
All the links, the recap of the show will be up on hellentertainment.com. Go check it out there. Make sure you check out Blaze and the GDAM podcast and Brews of BS with Blaze. And we will chat with you soon, Blaze. Thank you again. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Hell yeah. Much love.
Thank you.
And that was Blaze, your dead homie.
Woo! We're actually going to go out tonight on I'm a G video from Blaze.
Sure are.
Such a fucking kick-ass dude. Kick-ass artist. Come a long way from days with Psychopathic all the way to MNE.
Fuck yeah.
So make sure you check him out.
MNE is super busy, like you were saying. So just go check them all out because they're fucking killing the game right now, honestly.
They killed the game through the entire pandemic. They were one of the only labels that had shit going on and made shit keep going on, kind of like we did, because we need to keep face.
Keep face?
Keep face.
You got to keep face.
On that note, folks, catch us out on Instagram later on tonight.
And our guest for
next week.
Not next week.
2 weeks. I would say that.
I know.
I can't fucking get it right. Kissing Candace.
Yes. What's the date?
I don't
know.
I'm
sorry.
We'll post
2
the date.
2 Sundays from now. Kissing Candace. We're pumped. You're pumped. Thanks for joining. We
be there.
And we'll see you tonight, like you said, on Instagram.
Exactly. Peace out, y'all. Thank you.
just trying to fit up in the new game. Miss me with the bullshit, you all the same. I'm just trying to be me, keep it triple low, triple low, triple low G. I'm just trying to fit in with the new game. Miss me with the bullshit, you all the same. I'm just gonna try to be me, keep it juggalo, triple low G. Blaze, and I'm back with the hot shit for your ear holes or the shit that is not it. Make it clear, bro, I am not with the new kids. I'm focused, stay up on me, not concerned with what you did. I'm a dead eye with a dead face, I'm a raised hell. I'm a dark cloud in the bright skies from the old spell. The king is back, crown him up and bow down. That's a fact, eternity, I've been around. Ain't nothing different to say, I'm extra explicit and focusing on my business and back and hand all these bitches up. You bitches kill me, the phony to ever feel me, the lonely to ever really be down with family, silly psycho bullet hoes, boy enemies and hoes. I'ma remain a juggalo, triple low. I done seen people coming to fame overnight, and the loosest of the loose telling people that they kind. I'm just trying to fit up in the new game. Miss me with the bullshit, you're all the same. I'ma keep trying to be me, keep it triple low G. I'm just trying to fit in with the new game. Miss me with the bullshit, you're all the same. I'm just gonna try to be me, keep it triple low G. I'm just trying to fit up in the new game.